have just graduated and I do not know what to do. I wish somebody could help me. Somebody? Fear not, ma'am, for I have got you and I am here to help. Got rejected by a college, don't know what to study. Here are all the things I wish I was told after I graduated high school.
I also want to say that I know that I say too much, like, oh, this is for people who want to go to college but like want to get debt. This is not just about like getting debt to go to college. This is just in general, you know. It's mostly for people who have degrees that won't be that useful, like that are not necessary for the careers they want to pursue. Or maybe you just want to pursue a certain degree because it will make you happy. I don't know, whatever it is. Personally, I wouldn't do that because I think it's a waste of money, but that is just my opinion. You're gonna do whatever you want anyway. The reason I mentioned debt so much is because I have a problem with that, because it's so predatory, right? You graduate high school at like 18, 17, and then they're like, oh yeah, you can make this big life decision. That will probably like be in your life for like 20 years, but it's okay, right? It's for a college degree. It creates so much psychological problems, you know. It gets people depressed and stuff like that after they graduate, you know, because like I feel like when you're in school you don't really think about it that much. At least that's what I've heard. You think more about it afterwards, or you don't understand how serious and important it is when you get into a student loan debt. Yeah, I just think if you can't drink at 18 or 17, why the heck do you have this big life decision of, you know, making this really, really big choice that will haunt you for a very, very, very long time, depending on how much you decide to get a loan for. I just don't think it's fair. I mean, I understand the drinking part. Americans drink in a very destructive way. Like, it's a problem. I get it. I just don't think that you should make such a... Okay, so it's a whole, right? They pressure you to go to college, and then you have to get student loan if you can't afford it. They don't teach you that much about how to pay off your student loan, right? They don't teach you that much about how serious student loan is. It's just like, oh yeah, it's just a normal thing. And you go for it, and then at the end of it, you realize how fucked over you were, you know? But yeah, that's one of the things. Oh my gosh, someone is singing on it. Okay. Hello, I am Mara, and do not worry, I will just get right into what we're here to talk about. I will not waste your time. I'm trying not to. There was a weird noise. I had to. Anywho, before we start, I just like to say, and I wish and I hope you put this in your mind, and if this is a situation that caters to you or is relevant to you, or if this is a situation you're in, I just like to say to not freaking study what your family or friends want you to study. First of all, why would you want to study what your friends want? No. And if your family is pressuring you into studying something you don't like, or studying, like in going to college, don't do it. Don't do it. I said don't do it. Because you don't want to be miserable for the rest of your freaking life. It is your life. Although you didn't ask or consent to be born, they don't own you. Nobody freaking owns you. If you're happy being poor, or if you're happy not having much, like to live with, that's fine. You don't have... Success is not richness. Success is not whatever others define as success. Success is what you want to define as success. And you should do what makes you happy. I just hate that it's so cliche. Do what makes you feel at peace. If getting debt does not make you feel at peace, do not fucking get debt. For college, you only have one life. Do what you want with it. Hi, I'm sorry for like all the noise around me. I'm outside, so it's gonna be interesting. I just wanted to add a little something, right? And a little gift for people who still want to go to college. And go do it in a cheap way, right? But still have a degree that will be really good or necessary. Honestly, you're gonna love it, I think, especially for people who like love to travel. But yeah, keep watching, and I'll put it somewhere in here in this video. Okay, now let's go into the things that I want to talk about. 1 is college rejection. 2 is if you don't know what to study. 3, it's about useless college majors, like what are you doing? 4, it applies to whomever is in college or not in college. Okay, let's get into it. I don't know why I did that. Please forgive me. Meow. I've had not that much time of sleep. Okay. Number 1. Uno. I wrote a few notes. College rejection. First of all, does anybody ever find it weird that we're told that we need to go to college and we pay the college, right, to go there, to attend the college? But for some reason, they make us feel as though we need them. Like, it's a business, right? And they need the money in order to function. But somehow we have to beg them for us to spend our money on them. Isn't that freaking weird? Isn't it? Ugh, whatever. Since it's a business, businesses need customers, which you are one. You're a customer. Oh my gosh, I'm just thinking about it. We're all college customers. So even your grades sometimes don't matter, like your grades. So sometimes you have to have this special story that sets you aside from anybody else. First of all, why the But now that I think about it, it's so that they have a good story to tell whenever you graduate. But then when you graduate, nobody gives a shit unless you go to a job and are like, I graduated from Harvard. And people are like, ooh, hired. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. You know? But then they want you to be this extraordinary or just weird person or set aside from everyone else. First of all of us are special in one way or another, in our own way. And just because you don't think I'm special doesn't mean, you know, because when they pick you, they have to choose which one they think is like, oh, I like that, you know? It's like, you, what makes you special? You graduated from Harvard and what, you know? This is not a hate video on Harvard, I promise. But this is a topic about college rejection. You get rejected, which what happened to me. Well, I didn't. Let me rephrase that. I got rejected from an Ivy League school. This just makes me sound bitter, but I am not bitter. I got rejected from an Ivy League school, and it was the only actual college that I applied to. I had the balls. I think I had the grades, but my SATs were bad because I have testing problems. I promise I'm smart, I just have issues. Or I don't know. Anywho, I got rejected by that college and I bawled my eyes out. I thought it was the end of the world, you know? I thought, oh my goodness, I got rejected by this college. My family would disown me. I will be a failure. I'm not gonna be an engineer from a top Ivy League school. And I'm just gonna be die inside for the rest of my life. Then a few weeks later, I applied to another college where I actually got accepted and got a scholarship. And they really wanted me. And I was like, okay, let's go there. But then my mom was like, no, it's too far away. I wish I had gone. Fast forward 2 years later, or a year later, I meet friends who go to the Ivy League school. And it's not all pretty and glamorous, to be honest. It's a lot of hard work. And I even had friends who were studying something they didn't like, so they were pretty miserable. Not only that, that school had a lot of, rates. It's like almost every week things were happening that people were themselves. And I was like, shit, maybe I am glad I didn't go to this college. But then I was still like, but I'm still a failure. It's funny because I actually made a joke to my friends one day. And I was like, what if one day I own a company and I hire you all from the Ivy League school? all my friends from the Ivy League school, and in my heart I was like, you have the balls, Mara. You have the balls. But then slowly I started to realize over the months that, hey, even if I went to college, right, paid $50,000 a semester, would I really be happy? Because that's what matters in life. You should be happy. But not happy where it's a momentarily thing, but joyful, at peace, you know? And I wouldn't want to have debt. I wouldn't want to pay for this thing that I didn't even want to study in the first place. You know, it's like, that would make me feel worse because I wasted somebody's money. And then I would just work my ass off the rest of my life in something that I don't really like. That just doesn't sound fun, you know? Look, I also want to say, this is something that nobody ever tells you, right? They're just like, oh, go to college. Well, not many people tell you, but like, take a year off if you need to, or if you want to. Take a year off. I recommend it. Because during that year, you're going to do so many things. And like, you can do whatever you want, right? Travel, or just, I don't know, stay at home on the couch every day. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Don't do that. Don't stay at home on the couch every day. Don't stay at home on the couch every day. But yeah, you could do so many things like travel or raise money for, I don't know, whatever you want to do. Buy a car or whatever. Just do fun things and then go, you know, because college is a serious thing. As soon as you start, it's just stress. So I feel like it's not really okay for you to like go from high school directly to college. Like, take a year off if you can, my dude. It'll help you. I'm doing it and I'm like, it will just help you reflect on a lot of things. And you may just realize that, good thing I did this, because I don't know, whatever reason you'll have. Growing up, I've watched people who didn't like their job. They were harassed and everything like that at work, and it was a professional company, American company. And I just don't want to be like that. I don't want to be that miserable. I just realized that what matters in life is peace. And if you were not accepted into a college or were rejected by a college that you really wanted to go to, see your options. Community college is a good option as well, even though I also like I feel like there's a bad stigma around it. Well, at least it came from me that, oh, community college, like, oh. But start there, and then you'll realize that a lot of things, you know? So one more thing that I wanted to add as well, one little gift I have for you, is that you can decide, no matter what degree you want, no matter which, like whatever, right? You can decide to go to college in Europe. It's so much cheaper, and in my opinion, the education is better there. I heard that in Germany, college is free. But then that's for taxpayers, so I don't know how much it would be for like international people. Like if you were from America and went there, you could go to France. I know in France it's much cheaper. You could go to, I don't know, maybe England. I don't know how school goes there. I don't know. But I just know that if you decide to travel, well, you could do that instead, you know? Like go to college abroad. I just feel like Europe is a much better place. Plus, if you want to travel in between countries, you can just take a train or like take a small flight, and then boom, you're there. Yeah. Go to freaking Europe, my dude, for college. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say as a little gift. Okay, on to the next thing. But yeah, college, university, rejection. It's not the end of the world. Don't be like me. It wasn't pretty. Look cute and feel like peace inside. That being said, let's go to number 2. About you. If you don't know what you're studying and you're in college or university or even community college, what in the ass crack of Asgard are you doing? That sounds like some crackhead energy to me. What are you doing, madame, monsieur? You could be saving that money, and I will tell you why in freaking 0.4 that I want to hit. Let me drink some water. I'm thirsty. Thank you for giving me that little break. Also, if you still want to go to college, while still not knowing what you want to study, I'd say just take general classes in it, like for the majors that you are interested in, like the things that you're like, oh, this is interesting, you know, let me just take general classes for this major. Personally, I think it's a waste of time. Like business classes or business school, like what is that? I feel like practice makes perfect, and if you're not made to be a business man or woman, then don't do it. Just saying. If you go out there and practice, you have better chances. If you take classes, it's like, okay. That though, not saying that there are not general things that you know about business. I'm just saying, like, spending money on college to just get a degree like that sounds useless to me. And I just want to say how fucked up it is that we're just all pressured to just go to freaking college after high school. Like, isn't that kind of like, I feel so bad for most of us. We're just these kids that were literally born, duh, everybody was born, but as soon as we're born, it's like we're told what we're supposed to do with our lives. You don't have to be like everyone else. We're just told, like, go graduate high school, which I don't have a problem with, go to college, get married, have a picket white fence house. That's not made for me, we already know. And then have children and have grandchildren and then die in a retirement home or something like that. It just sounds kind of sad. Like, it's so predictable. Be unpredictable, unpredictable, you know. Don't do anything stupid. I don't want to get sued. Do not do anything stupid. Okay, now moving on to the next thing. Number 3, useless degrees. I will maybe hit a few hard parts of your heart, or gonna hurt some feelings. I've got this feeling. Oh no, he's a jerk. Free Britney. I'm not joking. Free Britney. Useless majors. If you're starting, maybe I need an English major. I can't get my tongue right. Or is there tonguology? Speech, that's what it's called. Speech classes. You don't need a degree for that. Anywho, art majors. Liberal arts. First of all, liberal arts, it sounds like it's just chaining you down with debt. If you're actually taking debt to go and study those things. And this is kind of a jab at one of my friends, but like, political science. First of all, I'm kind of ignorant or like clueless in most things, so I don't know where these majors will get you or what they will get you. And if you're in a scholarship and you're not paying for anything for these majors, go for it. I totally support you, McQueen King. But if you do not have the money and you get into debt, or if you have the money and you pay, whether it's a community college or university, just to get these majors, art or something, la la la, girl, let's be honest, you're gonna be working at a coffee shop, or, oh my gosh, I don't want to be mean, now I'm scared. Not of people, I'm just scared. Like, this is scary to say, oh, this is where you're gonna be working. I don't know, maybe you want to pursue another career, but why the fuck get that degree? I just want to understand that, you know. Why get those degrees if you're gonna do something else in anyway? I mean, maybe you just enjoy the classes, but also there's YouTube. It's America, you know. You can go online and take the same things for almost free, or like less in a college or university, you know. I'm not bashing, I'm genuinely curious. Why the fuck would you study that if you're paying for it or getting in debt for it? That sounds like a choice to, oh my gosh, no. I would say if you're gonna go to college and especially get debt with it, if you're rich, like, this doesn't apply to you, just fuck off out of here. Or not, don't actually, and live a life. And maybe you also are lost about what to do after high school, because maybe you're also being pressured. Yeah, no discrimination here. Sorry about my stupid comment earlier. I would say if you're gonna go to college, be smart about it. If you're gonna study something that will make sure to pay off. Because I don't want to see you struggling so hard and be like, I can't find a job, and oh shit, it's gonna take me like 16 years or 15 years to pay this off, or something like that. You know, that just doesn't sound fun. And I think as human beings, life has not been fair for us, most of us. And even the people we're born into this world with are just kind of shitty. Sorry, the people we've encountered in this world who were here before us are just kind of shitty, because they also just passed this shit to us. I feel like nobody was thinking, maybe I don't want my kids to live like this. But it might also not be their fault, because that was all they grew up thinking. A lot of boomers are closed-minded, and I don't necessarily always blame them, you know? I just feel bad. I feel like we're all just pressured into shit. But I want us, Gen Z, or whatever else you are, millennial, to come together and say, no más tu vesuere. Yeah, millennials. And stop this and say, hey, look, kiddos that we've just had, you don't have to go to college. You can do whatever the fudge you want and just live your life, whatever makes you happy and nice. You can even hitchhike the whole world and be happy about that. Live on $1 a day. That is fine. Whatever you want to do, you know? But if you're gonna be a doctor or an engineer, or all those things that are useful or like will actually help you make a career with the degree, go for it. Of course, I don't want you to study something on fucking YouTube as a doctor, like online. Please no, if you're gonna do that, I don't want you touching my teeth or any part of me. So please, if you're a doctor, please go to college. Oh, and nurses too, you guys are the best. Engineers, you've built everything around us. Yeah, I'm just saying, this is for the people who literally don't know what to study, or people who don't want to study what they're forced to study, you know, you dig? Or people who literally don't have to go to college in order to be successful in whatever they want to study or whatever they're interested in. There you go. Now number 4, number 4, if you're already in college or not, whatever money you have, save as much as possible and freaking invest, my dude. You live in freaking America. That says a lot already. You can invest at 18. You can work at 16. Do you know what a privilege that freaking is? You can actually have a job and have rights and be protected by the government while you work at 16. Like, they have job and employment stuff. That is so cool. Like, it's an official job. That's kind of cool to me. Even if it's $50 a month, save that and invest the shit out of it. Yeah, those are my points, or whatever I want to talk about. Also, I don't think school is a good investment, and I'm speaking about, again, people who do not need it, who I think don't need it, which does not include doctors, engineers, and whatever else, and nurses. Whatever else. You go in there, you pay it off, you pay all of it, and you're not even guaranteed a job, and then you become a bitter bitch. I don't want you to become a bitter bitch. Chupacabra, chupacabra. Chupacabra, chupacabra. Chupacabra. What are chupacabras? I'm gonna look it up. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I think this is all I have for now. But please look after yourself, look after your health. Health is important. State of mind is important. And most of all, you are important. You matter. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna go like take a nap.